Hey, and welcome back to another weekly RuneScape 3 Patch Notes review. Today, we have Barbarian Assault bugs, some quest journal updates, and more of everyone's favorite category, topographical fixes, along with other patch notes. Let's check it out. So this week, we have an extra chunky patch notes. Improved the flow of interactions within Barbarian Assault by removing delays. Resolved a number of minor bugs in the Barbarian Assault. Added Monkey Corpse or Monkey Skull to the list of items required for Monkey Madness in the quest journal. The Stones Throw Away achievement can now be achieved outside of the build mode. Added messaging for attempting to use Ultra Growth Potion on a wider variety of invalid farming patches. The Minigames tab will now appear when teleporting directly to player-owned ports via the Captain's Log in the Circus. The Banker in the Max Guild will now ask how many items you'd like to deposit when using on them. The particular tile on the iceberg in the Relica Hunter area has been color corrected. Court case dialogue involving Ham members has been updated. The Digging for Treasure achievement has been updated with a new description and is now completable. The quest journal for Nature Spirit now instructs you to meet Drezel at the mausoleum to get a blessing. Drezel will also tell you to meet him in the mausoleum when questioned at the temple. Bolgrog no longer references charged items in his summoning dialogue. Fishing spots in the Enchanted Valley can now be lured without having a fly fishing rod in your inventory. The Dying Roses in Peril of Ice Mountain can now be watered using cans on your tool belt. The bug fixes for this week are: you can now claim the title, The Profound, from Lanthus when wearing the full Profound decorative armor set. The Sharks Are Good for the Elf achievement can now be completed by depositing raw great white sharks. Fixed an issue that occurred when showing mourners your warrant. A specific easy clue scroll will now work in both the local and universal versions of the Birthwork Games Room. Realigned a wayward sprite in the Tree Gnome Village quest. Players will no longer be able to put a slash or an underscore at the front of their name when changing it. Fixed an issue where players' names on the Examine interface would change to Inspect Player when switching to Legacy mode. Fixed an issue where players were able to claim Sears Village Diary rewards without completing all of the tasks. The Tree Gnome Stronghold Fruit Tree Patch no longer progresses to the wrong state when using an Ultra Growth Potion on it. The unlock hint for the In the Manor music track now indicates the correct area of Yanile. Jonathan can now be healed by all variants of anti-poison during his portion of the Family Crest quest. The activity tracker will now lead you to Commodore Tire when beginning a Void Dance. Compressed Anima will no longer artificially inflate the total anima listed in Quick Chat. The invention requirement for mechanized Chinchampas has been removed from the ranged skill guide. Terry Blondo's dialogue regarding reclaiming invitation letters during Dig Site quest has been fixed. The Blight Reaver's staff no longer disrupts the UI in Dominion Tower. The monuments in the Priest of Paraquest now display correct examined text and respond to the correct golden items. A Destroy All option now appears when destroying the woodcutting outfit. The Baby Soul Gazer pet now displays its kill count in the examined text when it's overwriting a familiar. Fixed a minor text bug that occurred when trying to exchange Motherlode shards at a second time. Shankymans, Corporal Caymans, will now visibly reclaim dismissed baby trolls. Now for those favored topographical fixes. The expired Firelighter notice will now read have instead of has. The unlock hint for Who is the Pharaoh now has a full stop. Fixed a typo in Meg's first time player-owned ports dialogue. Fixed a typo in Rocky's interaction dialogue. Fixed a grammatical error that appeared when talking to Larxus in the Champions Guild. Commander Montai's title, Commander, is now capitalized correctly. Corrected a title in Grondaban's Stalker Notes. Fixed a typo in the Ballad of Jaresh poem. Fixed a typo in Do No Evil. Capitalized an item in the Strength skill guide. Altered the names of the clue scroll related puzzle items to make them easier to find in the bank. Fixed a grammatical error in the examine test on the Mossy Rock in the Lost Grove. Fixed a typo that occurred when purchasing commodity sell price increase from Bonnie on Wyco. All skill, spell, and PVM victim, death, and rest animation names now have a consistent capitalization in naming. And time for this week's hot fixes. We have the players who claimed their 5 or 10-year veteran capes before September 2014 will no longer trigger a broadcast on their second purchase. The broadcast messages for 5 and 10-year veteran capes now world broadcast rather than global broadcast. An issue where special attacks could be used with mismatch attack styles through the Essence of Finality amulet has been resolved. Adrenaline will no longer be incorrectly refunded when swapping Essence of Finality amulets. Skipping an ingredient on Traveling Artisan interface will no longer remove all of the Traveling Artisan patches from the bank. Fixed an issue where new players could not complete or unlock area task achievements. Fixed an issue causing Pauline Paris to become invisible for players progressing through the Lunar Diplomacy quest. And last but not least, fixed an issue where legendary pet abilities would never come off cooldown if the player logged off or hopped worlds. That's it for this week's patch notes and ninja fixes. Stay tuned next week for another. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another video. We'll see you then.